sorry. What we talk about, honestly, when those videos are playing, what we talk about at this
They'll
desk...
find out on the podcast.
Yes, you can find out on the podcast. Well, I'm not sure it's an X-rated version, but there we go. Right, last night, EastEnders fans were shocked when two familiar faces romantically reunited.
Thank you.
For what?
Reminding me how old I am.
Old blokes don't do what you did the other day.
No?
No.
Well, in that case...
Oh, God, no!
Sorry. Well, I'm not sorry I did that.
It's getting a bit hot and steamy here this lunchtime, isn't it? Is it possible to always have a spark with an ex?
Is it
Nadia?
possible to
Because
always...
they're exes.
Yes. Sorry, I was just taken back to having to do kissing scenes.
Oh, yeah,
just
EastEnders.
Yeah. They're never easy. They're never easy, those kissing scenes. Well, when I think back to Blue Boy, who was my first boyfriend...
Blue Boy.
Many of you regulars know what I mean, because he was so white that he was blue because his veins were so high. And he... As my sister Dina used to say, I drink walking into your room at night because he glows in the dark. And he had an unusual thing here that my sister also said made him look like Cyclops. But...
He sounds lush.
Oh, amazing.
And he had very, very far apart eyes, but...
Just in case you're watching Blue Boy, she did love you.
I did. I loved him so much and I was so passionate about him. And when we broke up, I wrote a letter to myself saying... and it was saying if I couldn't bear to never see him again, I would have to kill myself, you know, with all this sort of, you know, dramatics, you know, just weep into the river. And then I said, you know, once you can open this letter and laugh, then you're healed. And it took ages before I could open the letter and laugh and be healed. And I think the thing is, it's a time and a place, you know. That kind of, like, obsession that I had that didn't see anything other than his brilliance is for that time.
I
would never go back.
Do you think if you saw Blue Boy now...
Yeah, exactly.
How do you think
No,
you'd
that's
feel?
what I mean. It was a time, you know, and there were so many other things that were going on that made him just be a certain... I think it would be very different now, very different.
Judy, ex?
I mean, if they come back with good teeth and good credit, who knows?
Nowhere to go after
The reality,
that, quite frankly.
I think there's always that one. There's always been a one in your past that is like, oh, gosh, you know, if you saw them again, there'd be that little bit of butterflies. But I think just in that moment of weakness, remember why they're your ex.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I think that's good advice for all of us.
Winter's
Well, I
coming
suppose if
soon.
somebody's broken up with you and...
For
it's
bad
just-
reasons,
yeah.
bad reasons,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But let me tell you something, out there is a drought, so...
I mean, I suppose I just really fancy my husband and really love him, so I don't even think to.
No.
Nadia, you interrupted Judy. She was looking for some talent on national TV. Right.
Never.
Daisy May Cooper has had enough of Shakespeare, apparently. She thinks that nearly 600 years later, we need to be stopped studying his work and talk about something new. I think you're not a big fan, are you, Dens?
Do you know something? I have kept this a secret for years because I am a thespian and I am an actress and that is my career, and it is considered sacrilegious to not like Shakespeare. And now I'm nearly 67, I don't give a monkey's you-know-what. Because for years I have gone along to the theatre and people have said, oh, my God, the way they do this, it's in a modern setting and it's set in a police station and, you know, it's not like everybody in sort of, you know, old-fashioned clothes and blah, blah, blah. And I've gone along with enthusiasm, and after 5 minutes I am thinking, nothing lasts forever, nothing lasts forever, nothing lasts forever, which is what I have to say. And I am bored stiff after 5 minutes. It's like, speak normally, never mind married 'tis I, my lord, just say what you got to say and move on. There are so many wonderful modern playwrights, Jim Cartwright, Willie Russell, Jonathan Harvey, we could be learning in school. I appreciate... Oops, sorry.
That was
oh, God,
Shakespeare
7 years
himself.
bad luck. I appreciate the beauty of the words, but I just would rather see contemporary theatre.
I think...
That, for me, I get bored having
Yeah.
to try to understand it. And do you know what I really hate? It's the fur coat and no knickers brigade, right? You get, like, Newcastle Theatre Royal, where we've been doing... Jill and I have done plays down there at this wonderful theatre, live theatre on the quayside, blah, blah, blah. And then once a year, the Royal Shakespeare Company, wonderful company, come to Newcastle Theatre Royal, and you have all the fur coat and no knickers brigade going, you know, the clown goes, brrrt, and they go, ha, ha, ha. It's like, it's not funny. He's not funny.
So look, this is... So
The jester, I think you're the court jester.
I love Shakespeare's work. I do. But I do think our continued obsession with Shakespeare is really encouraging us to ignore the other incredible playwrights of the time and also international playwrights who've done phenomenal work. I'm thinking like Wole Soyinka, who's from Nigeria, and Miguel Cervantes, who's from Spain. There were incredible women who wrote at that time.
Yeah.
And we hear nothing about those women. We've got Mary Sidney, Amelia Lanier, we've got Elizabeth Carey, Margaret Cavendish. It's like, come on, other writers existed. We should have a system, an education system that also highlights them too. Shakespeare was not the only writer.
And the way they
at the
teach
time.
Shakespeare at school is usually very boring as well.
But that's it for now.